Good morning. I am Erwin Naval from BSBA Gened 1K, and I'm about to discuss what is the ASEAN integration. ASEAN stands for Association of Southeast Asian Nations. It is originally groupings that promote economic, political, and security cooperation among its 10 members. Who are the 10 members of the ASEAN? The following are the countries: Brunei, Cambodia, Indonesia, Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. In 1967, Thailand, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, and Malaysia founded ASEAN. The aim was to improve economic, political, and social cooperation. Another objective was to balance political conflicts between these countries that existed as a consequence of decolonization and post-colonial state building. During Cold War, ASEAN members wanted to contain the influence of communism in their region. Times changed. Old enemies became new partners, and in the second half of the 1990s, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar, and Cambodia joined ASEAN. The collapse of the USSR and the founding of the World Trade Organization and the financial crisis in Asia prompted members to deepen their relations and adapt to the new situation. In the 2000s, free trade agreements were concluded with India, China, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. In the future, the entire region will be merged into one large free trade zone. Since 2001, the ASEAN Summit takes place annually. It is a meeting of the heads of states and government where current problems are discussed and solutions are worked out. In 2008, the ASEAN Charter came into force, giving the association the status of a legal person. Principles of non-intervention and consensual decision taking remained unchanged by the Charter. Decisions are generally made by consensus. No members can be forced to something. As a result, the group rarely appears to be closed. Today ASEAN is based on three pillars: as a political security community, as a political and security community to ensure peace, as an economic community with a strong domestic market, and as a social and cultural community.
Asian economic integration has proceeded despite difficult situation of large economic disparities between member countries and differences in their stages of industrial development. The integration has been successful for the following reasons. One is gradual and flexible liberalization over time while setting high goals. 2. FDI companies have been played a major role. 3. Trade with countries outside the region has been promoted. And 4th, efforts have been made to correct intra-regional disparities. And the last one is transportation infrastructure has been developed. And ASEAN economic integration is an economic integration as a development strategy. The goal was to participate in the global supply chain, and measures to achieve the goal were attracting foreign capital and concluding FTAs with countries outside the region to make the region more attractive as a foreign investment destination. And ASEAN created an integrated market and promoted economic integration with countries outside the region through FTAs. And ASEAN economic integration is a successful example of economic integration in developing countries, and other developing countries can learn lessons from ASEAN experiences. ASEAN objectives. First, to accelerate economic growth, cultural development, and social progress in the region by joint initiative in the spirit of partnership and equality to cement foundation for a peaceful and strong community of ASEAN countries. Second, promoting peace and stability in the region by incorporating respect for justice and the rule of law in the relationship between nation and adherents. The ASEAN fundamental principles. One is mutual respect for the independence, sovereignty, equality, territorial integrity, and national identity of all nations. Two is the right of every state to lead its national existence free from external interference, subversion, or coercion. Three is non-interference in the internal affairs of one another. Fourth is settlement of differences or dispute in a peaceful manner. Number 5 is renunciation of the threat or use of force, and the last one is effective cooperation among themselves.
Hello, I'm Alaysa Mendoza from BSBA Chand 1K, and I'm going to report the benefits and the importance of ASEAN integration. First is, what is the benefits of ASEAN integration? By establishing the EAC, ASEAN defend economic integration by transforming to a region with free movement of goods, services, investments, and skilled labor, and free movement of capital. Next, what are the importance of ASEAN integration? The goal of ASEAN economic integration is to create a stable, prosperous, and highly competitive economic region. Three core elements under the competitive region are competition policy and consumer protection.